The challenge in your life is going to be learning to put your soul over your ego over and over again. So in this lifetime, we use the ego to navigate everywhere. I mean, it's how we live, it's how we go around the world. It shapes who we are. We build a bunch of ego defenses based on what happened to us in the past. Based on a lot of things. Based on just how we have existed in the world for however long we've been alive. Okay, so everyone has an ego. And everyone has a soul. The problem is when you live strictly through your ego, you are most likely going to be living a low vibrational existence for the most part. And the more you live through it, it's just going to keep getting worse. Because your ego is there to protect you from the world. But the problem is it makes you over-identify with things that just separate us. So you might get hyper-defensive or hypersensitive, or, you hate a group because some people in that group hate you or your group. And it's just all division. And these things exist. We are different genders, we are different races. But when you focus on that, you forget the fact that we're all the same. And we're all souls. And we're all souls that came from the same source. So the ego's still there. The ego is 100% bad. You can't live without an ego. You can't navigate the earth without an ego. But your challenge is going to be to put your soul over your ego more often than not. And how you can do that is surrendering your ego. Your ego is what makes you want to control things, control outcomes, manipulate outcomes, all of that stuff. That's your ego doing its job, trying to make sure you feel safe. But the more you degrade your ego and allow your soul to rise, the more you realize we're all the same, we're all connected. And the universe is working in tandem with us. So we don't have to force stuff. We don't have to force outcomes. We don't have to control every little thing. The reason some of us do that is because our ego has learned that we're unsafe if we don't. So the way to fix that is to just learn to be safe. Leave toxic situations. Leave toxic people. Learn how to be safe on your own. Do the nervous system regulation, exercises, and surrender to the universe. Remember that you are a soul living a human experience. And the thing is, the more you live through your ego, the more the universe is going to send you things to try and force you to let lose grip of that ego. So you'll get humbled over and over and over again. And the funny thing is, a lot of the times your ego will try to rebuild itself back even stronger, even harder. more extreme maybe, or just more of an even harder shell, but it never lasts. Eventually you have to be humbled and just accept your ego getting humbled and getting smaller. And again, the more you do that, the more you experience life, it's just gonna naturally happen to you. The younger you are, the more likely you're living in your ego. And then just as you experience life, it just you will get humbled over and over and over again. And some people it takes a while. Some people, they have pretty good lives where nothing bad really happens. But eventually something's gonna happen. And then you'll mature. It might even be so bad you have a spiritual awakening. And yeah, just letting loose of control and all of your ego defenses. Everyone has different ego defenses, and it's all based on what's happened to you in the past. And so you work through that, you learn to feel safe in most, if not all, situations. You learn to feel safe regardless of what is happening around you. And you learn to surrender your ego to the divine and to the universe. And you stop having ego battles. And you just accept life and the universe as it is. Accept that you're a soul. The hard part of this is, again, your ego has been building itself since the day you were born. So it's going to be most of what you know. But if you're spiritually sensitive, or you just have a spiritual awakening after a bunch of stuff happens to you, you can connect spiritually, whether it's through religion, spirituality, watching YouTube videos about this, watching movies about this, reading up on it. You don't have to wait for the universe to humble you. You can humble yourself.